This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Neither rain nor fleet defenders nor Victor Valley home field advantage derail Apple Valley retaining the bell in the 53rd rivalry game between the Sun Devils and Jackrabbits. Noah Seeley throws 4 touchdown passes in the 48-6 triumph. Apple Valley erupts for 3 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes of the first quarter to build a 28-0 lead. We back it up to the outset. The Rabbits win the opening toss, defer, and kick off to open the Great American Rivalry Series spectacle. Landon Lugo's 17-yard kickoff return, Marcus Holmes, 35, leads Rabbits tacklers. 23 is Jaquan Gibbs. The Rabbits hold Apple Valley gains to a minimum in the early going. Free safety and team captain Nathan Silva's 20 combines with Jaquan Gibbs to hold this pass reception to no gain. Jaden Shumpert, 2, and Jaquan Gibbs, 23, combine to stop Xavier Salazar, but Jackrabbit penalties aid Apple Valley's advance across midfield. Each of the early Sun Devils' first downs come on 3rd down or 4th down plays. 58 is Jayshawn Stone, 6'1", 240-pound sophomore defensive lineman. This is 2nd and 5 at the 14 on the Sun Devils' opening drive. Noah Seeley to Isaiah Ojeda, who sheds a tackler and advances to the 3 before stepping out of bounds. Aiden Sanchez's first carry of the game is a memorable one. The touchdown from 3 yards out for the 5'10", 215-pound junior. We see him follow the block of 79 left guard Raymond Polito and center Ethan Rivera, 65. Raymond Polito is 6'7", 327. Ethan Rivera, 5'8", 260, both seniors. Brooklyn Grijalva kicks the first of her 4 first quarter extra points, and it's 7-0 Sun Devils 4 minutes in. While defensive penalties hurt the Rabbits in Apple Valley's opening drive, penalties beset their offensive unit as well from the start. Their first play from scrimmage is 1st and 20 from their own 30. The Sun Devils' defense is absolutely domineering. Vanden Gayton trips up the ball carrier. Dustin Reynolds provides the finishing touches. Dustin Reynolds, 6'2", 225-pound senior linebacker. On this 2nd down play, Isaiah Ojeda intercepts, but a penalty on the Sun Devils nullifies the interception. 2 plays later, Christopher Mercado, 20, breaks up the pass. Isaiah Zuniga drives in and cradles the interception, and the Sun Devils offense is right back on the field. From midfield, Noah Seeley finds Jacob Wilkerson all alone in his downfield route and lofts the touchdown pass to the junior wide receiver. 14-0 at the 5:38 mark of the first quarter, and the route is on. Noah Seeley opens the next possession, firing to Jacob Wilkerson, who eludes one defender and sprints 35 yards for the second Sun Devils score. Jacob Wilkerson, junior wide receiver, runs the gauntlet of congratulatory body slams from his teammates. Very next time the Sun Devils get their hands on the ball, Noah Seeley delivers one of his best thrown passes of the night. Xavier Salazar makes the catch in stride and races to the end zone. It's 21-0. Sun Devils special teams do their part. 43, Siri Soto recovers when Brooklyn Grijalva's kickoff is fumbled. This is Jaira Lupepatella scoring the 5th touchdown, plowing in, standing up from 6 yards out. Jaira Lupepatella is 6'3", 280, already twice an All-Mojave River League selection as an offensive lineman his sophomore year, on defense last season. Jaira Lupepatella makes his bell game presence felt on defense as well. The Sun Devils stifle the Jackrabbits offense to the tune of minus 18 yards the first half. Victor Valley defenders make the highlights reel. 4 is Hezekiah Jenkins, the junior linebacker, with the pass interception here. Also see 14, that's Jayshawn Clark, who scores the Rabbits' touchdown in the fourth quarter. The Sun Devils close out the first half in dramatic manner. Noah Seeley tosses to a wide-open Cameron Martinez-Ortega, who eludes Victor Valley's last line of defenders. Cameron Martinez-Ortega, one of 8 Sun Devils to score touchdowns, as Apple Valley makes it 11 consecutive victories in this 53rd battle for the bell.
Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting High Desert sports. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Down Home Grill. Kids' $3 menu includes grass-fed cheeseburger, organic chicken tenders, grilled cheese with fries and berries, or salad and drink. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery. Drive-through, curbside, or pickup. Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville.
Bid fast and last.
World-class auctioneers.
Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, and youth-oriented activities. The Bradco Companies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. The High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our High Desert region.
Serious legal problems? Don't go it alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Accidental death? Injured on the job? Contact Iwanzak. Business litigation? Vehicle accident? Unlawful detainer? Criminal litigation? Get the proper defense by going on the attack. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
Silverwood presents this online sports report. The developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em official CIF-sanctioned Chanel patches for varsity jackets. We Got 'em Tees since 1984. Now 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the High Desert and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. The Silverwood High School football 2-minute drill. Undefeated and mighty Oak Hills beats powerful St. Bonaventure 35-21. Granite Hills falls to Elsinore as the Cougars sustain their first loss. Robert Metzger's Bulldogs get a Shane Young punt return for a touchdown and a touchdown reception, a second Diego Lopez scoring pass, and rushing touchdowns from Carson Cox and Cormaine Thomas in their second straight victory over a highly ranked in the state opponent. Oak Hills, highly ranked themselves, 34th in the state in the Cal Preps poll. Diego Lopez TD passes go to Shane Young, and Christian Macias as the junior signal caller throws for 159 yards against the team ranked 32nd in the state. The outcome leaves the Bulldogs and Idle Serrano Diamondbacks the lone unbeaten teams among high desert schools. Oak Hills has a bye week next, then opens league play at Burroughs September 30th. Alex Gonzalez Cougars fall from the unbeaten ranks by way of a 47-28 decision against Elsinore. Byron Rivas hit Theodore Wiggins on an 80-yard scoring play on the first play of the game, connected with Theodore Wiggins on a second scoring pass, and added a TD pass to Joshua Soto. Devin Smith's defensive touchdown accounting for the other Cougars score. A game-changing factor, an injury to two-way starting lineman Matthew Al-Ali that sidelined the team captain early in the first quarter. Granite Hills returns to action when they host the Hesperia Scorpions next Friday. Apple Valley's defense thoroughly subdues Silverado in the Sun Devils' shutout of the Hawks. The victory not only adds another chapter to the Sun Devils' lopsided wins over the DSL counterparts, but contributes to all Mojave River League teams chalking up triumphs against Desert Sky League opponents this season, Shy won. Apple Valley stifles the Hawks' offense on the first play from scrimmage and does not let up the entire game. Dustin Reynolds leads tacklers, dropping Frederick Hunter for a loss on the first play of the game. Dustin Reynolds is 6'2", 225. Also in on the play, fellow senior linebacker Brandon Armillo. He is 6'2", 220. The Sun Devils' leading tackler, Dustin Reynolds, brings down Silverado's leading ground gainer, Frederick Hunter, for no gain. Dustin Reynolds is the reigning Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year. He is averaging 10 tackles a game. Brandon Armillo, 12, grabs the scrambling quarterback. Dustin Reynolds pounds him down. Silverado's quarterback seldom has time to throw. It's Jaira Leopepitella leading tacklers here. Jaira Leopepitella, another player named First Team All-League his sophomore and junior seasons. He is 6'3", 280 his senior year. Dustin Reynolds invades the backfield untouched, pouncing on the Hawks quarterback to register the sack. Max Prep stats show Dustin Reynolds has 15 career sacks and 35 career tackles for a loss coming into this contest.
Second and 10.
Silverado big playmakers are led by senior wide receiver Darren Gandy, twice a first-team All-DSL selection. But when the Hawks do get the ball to him, Sun Devils defenders are there to make the quick stop. Antonio Ponce, the hard hit here. Hawks defenders have a number of plays for the highlights reel in the early going. Silverado's vaunted defense against the run was stout at the outset. 62, Rudy Romero, 27, Andrew Olmos combined for this tackle for a loss. This play is a prime example of Hawks team tackling, swarming to the ball. Andrew Olmos is the Hawks' leading tackler on the year coming in. He is a 6'2", 220-pound senior. 2 is Demario Thomas, a junior defensive back. 4, Joshua Washington. 3, Frederick Hunter, crush the ball carrier, causing the fumble that ends the Sun Devils' initial possession. Richard Reed recovers. Joshua Washington is 6'3", 190, a senior. Watch Ivan Lewis, 8, grab the ball carrier's jersey and hang on, making the tackle. Fernando Avila, 90, in on the play. Solo tackle for a loss for Ivan Lewis, 8. The returning All-Desert Sky League linebacker lists at 5'7", 190. He is among 3 Hawks linebackers averaging right at 6 tackles a game. On this play, Andrew Olmos, 27, fights off his block. Ivan Lewis straightens up the ball carrier. Joshua Washington is 4, 62. Rudy Romero among the 6 Hawks defenders in on this play. Now the spotlight shifts to Apple Valley's offense. Jovian Kokosko's punt return sets up the Sun Devils' first scoring drive. This is a 25-yard return for the junior defensive back, who is also second on the team in tackles. Jovian Kokosko averages 7 tackles a game. This scoring drive is marred and interrupted repeatedly by exchanges of penalties on seemingly every other play. We go to 3rd and 8 from the 11. Noah Seeley keeps and carries. From this angle, we see left guard Raymond Polito absolutely obliterate his defender before Andrew Olmos' diving tackle brings down the Sun Devils quarterback after a gain of 4. It's 4th and 4 from the 7. Xavier Salazar gets the call and the first down to the 3. Raymond Polito, 79. Jonah Leopepatella, 75. Jaira Leopepatella, 48, blocked down. Ray Polito, 330 pounds. Jonah Leopepatella, 330. Jaira Leopepatella, 280 pounds. Next play, Aiden Sanchez goes in standing up, and the Sun Devils are up 7-0. Aiden Sanchez slides and glides through off center Lane Johnston and guard Alexander Arias blocks. 3rd touchdown this season for Aiden Sanchez, the 5'10", 215-pound junior. 3 minutes and 9 seconds show on the Newton T. Bass Stadium first quarter clock, as sophomore Megan Lopez drills the extra point, her first of 5 in a row this night. Last week she was 6 for 6 in the Bell game victory. 11 seconds later, the Sun Devils get the ball right back. Dustin Reynolds knocks the ball loose. Vanden Gayton, 81, recovers, and the Hawks' defense is right back on the field. 5 plays later, Noah Seeley to Landon Lugo over the middle and into the end zone. The play covers 21 yards. First touchdown for Landon Lugo, the 5'10", 155-pound senior wide receiver. It's 14-0. 1 minute remains in the first quarter. Silverado's next possession is terminated by Tyler Moon, intercepting at midfield. Tyler Moon, 5'10", 155, junior cornerback. Noah Seeley is given time and completes the pass to Jacob Wilkerson, who is knocked down at the 18 on the final play of the first quarter. Apple Valley touchdowns numbers 3 and 4 are scored by number 3, Isaiah Ojeda. This run from 11 yards out makes it 21-0. On the Sun Devils' next possession, Noah Seeley continues his pick-apart process of the Hawks secondary, hitting Isaiah Ojeda over the middle. The play covers 13 yards, 28-0. 5 minutes to go before halftime. The 6'2", 170-pound senior, Isaiah Ojeda, is a 3-star recruit. That means scouting services deem him capable of becoming a starter on the collegiate level 2 years into the college program, as compared to a 4-star recruit whose talent, size, and skills ranked him capable of starting on the collegiate level their freshman season. A 2-way, twice first-team All-League defensive back, Isaiah Ojeda is a 3-star recruit at cornerback. Apple Valley's last score of the first half comes courtesy of their defense. Vanden Gayton intercepts. Frederick Hunter strips the ball loose. Isaiah Zuniga picks it up in stride, wraps it up, and delivers the touchdown, making it 35-0. Isaiah Zuniga, a senior outside linebacker, is 6'5", 190, and pumped up. He celebrates his first touchdown as a Sun Devil. Silverado's biggest play of the night comes when punter Richard Reed drops the long snap and opts to run, evading a pair of defenders, cutting back across midfield and carrying down to the 2-yard line. Are the Hawks going to finally score against the Sun Devils? They were shut out a year ago. A procedure penalty backs the Hawks up 5 yards. On 1st and goal from the 7, Gabriel Campos keeps and tries to get outside. The teams trade penalties on the next 2 plays. We go to 4th and goal from the 6. Richard Reed is tripped up as he takes the handoff. Vanden Gayton rides him down, and the shutout is intact. Apple Valley will score on a Noah Seeley TD pass to Brandon Armijo on the first possession of the second half, and the final score will read 41-0. Sultana beat Victor Valley 40-7, fueled by 6 Jacob Higgs scoring passes on a night the sophomore quarterback throws for 416 yards. A huge victory for Terry Cleveland's Sultans, who bounced back from a lopsided loss to Granite Hills a week prior. Adelanto drops the 38-12 decision to Hemet, Keith Reynolds scoring the Saints touchdowns. Barstow succeeded where no other DSL team did this week, defeating an MRL opponent. The 25-15 victory over Burroughs improves Clay Lilamina's Aztecs record to 3-2. Victor Valley College bursts out like a streaking comet, breaking fast from the gate, jumping out to a 17-0 lead against highly favored Palomar in the Rams season opener. Tyler Karen throws a pair of touchdown passes, the first a 28-yarder to Gabe Trujillo, the second, also from 28 yards out, to Hosea Stokes, setting the visiting Comets back on their heels. The second touchdown comes on VVC's first possession of the second quarter and gives the Rams a 17-0 lead. In this, the good, the bad, and the ugly synopsis, that's the good news. The bad news, the visitors slam the Rams' momentum to a screeching halt with a pick 6 on Victor Valley's next possession in what turns out to be an ugly avalanche of 41 unanswered Palomar points. Despite the outcome, there are many positive and favorable factors to point out in second-year coach Artie Allen's unveiling of his 2022 troops. Statistically, the teams were far closer than the 24-point differential indicates. Total offense, Rams 255 yards to Palomar's 277. The Rams 15 first downs, Palomar 18. Penalties, Rams flagged 10 times, not all that bad, especially in lieu of the fact that VBC was denied a preseason scrimmage when Citrus backed out. This game truly baptism under fire for the 44 first-year Rams on their 58-player roster. Turnovers, 3 apiece, 2 fumbles lost, same for the Comets. Adrian Rodriguez causes, then recovers this Palomar fumble. Adrian Rodriguez, second-year Ram out of Oak Hills, he captains the Victor Valley College defensive unit. Returning all-conference defensive back 52, Mac right Miller after this with the Victor Valley interception.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High-Desert and Huffing River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon.
Quarterback who gray-shirted last season gets his first collegiate touchdown pass on the 28-yard toss.
Immediately following your High Desert Sports Report.
With a team-high 8 receptions this day. For the record, Tyler Karen's first collegiate completion is to Alex Gonzalez, a former Cougars teammate at Granite Hills. Alex Gonzalez was VBC's leading receiver in terms of passes caught last season. Tyler Karen's 18 completions go to 8 different receivers, all, ironically, graduates of High Desert high schools. Carlos Anaya is a 6'6" first-year Ram and former Silver Knight out of Riverside Prep. Omar McCullough was a star performer on Atalanto's CIF championship team. Omar McCullough is a 6'3" wide receiver in his first season at Victor Valley College. Another member of that Atalanto Saints CIF championship team is Hosea Stokes, the returning Rams All-Conference standout who was All-CIF in high school, both sides of the ball, wide receiver and defensive back for the Saints. 5 receptions this day for Hosea Stokes, including this 28-yard touchdown. Eric Crutchfield, 81, is a former Sultana Sultan, now a Rams freshman wide receiver. Also pictured here is Matt Lowe, 85, former Serrano Diamondbacks tight end. 15 is Juan Gutierrez, second-year Ram and one-time teammate with Matt Lowe, playing for Casey Mahalchek's Serrano Diamondbacks. Tyler Caron's 18 completions, good for just over 200 yards. The Rams led Palomar in first downs passing, 7-6, and passing yardage, 206 to 163. Special teams leaders include Juan Gutierrez, again number 15, here hustling down on kickoff coverage. 28 is former Hesperia Scorpion Jordan Duran. 2 is Cameron Stevens with the excellent open field tackle in kickoff coverage. Cameron Stevens, a Rams freshman defensive back out of Rancho Cucamonga. Watch 7. That's Thomas Thompson. This is one of his 5 team-high solo tackles this day. Thomas Thompson is a first-year Ram defensive back out of Carson in Las Vegas. Palomar's key to success was doing something no Rams opponent accomplished last season, that being holding premier running back Kenyard Edwards to under 100 yards rushing. This 17-yard run, Kenyard Edwards' longest, he carried 22 times for 65 yards. Game 2 for the Rams is Saturday, September 10th, right back here at Victor Valley High School's Raymore Stadium. The opponent, Glendale. The Gauchos lost 30-16 at Saddleback last week. Last year, the Rams lost to Glendale 34-30, despite 308 yards rushing from Kenyard Edwards Jr. This online sports report is presented by the Bradco Company, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College and schools throughout our High Desert region. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. Silverwood presents this online sports report. The developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting the teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs throughout our High Desert and Mojave River Valley.
This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you next time around.